All right, we have Jovaughn Gwyn, and he will go straight to questions. We'll start here on the front row to your left.
Hi, Jovaughn. AP Stedham, WHEP, Foley, Alabama. Jovaughn, what does it mean for you to be a game captain, and what are some of the things that you try to do to get your team fired up, and how will it be different for you protecting Spencer Rattler?
Being a game captain, I'll say just really showing that me personally, I'm ready for everyone else. So it kind of brings, because everybody's nervous before a game, but the less people that look nervous, it helps the team out a lot. So that's one of the things, just bringing the confidence in the locker room. And then going through the spring with Spencer in the back, he's good people. He's already becoming a leader on the field and off the field. So everything in that aspect is going good. Oh, blocking for him? Oh, blocking for him has been going well. We're gelling together, so getting used to his cadence, getting used to his tendencies, and everything like that is going well.
We'll go to the front row here to your right.
Dick Cox with Lindy Sports and Cox Sports Broadcasting. Jovaughn, I was a former offensive line coach, so I know it takes a special mindset to play offensive line, because they only know you when you jump off sides and to do the bad things and don't see the good things. But talk a little bit about your mindset playing offensive line and what it's like playing with the style that Coach Atkins wants you to play with.
Like you said, being an offensive lineman, they only realize the bad. Not very much the good, but it's just one of them things, like that's the type of person you have to be, and you have to be willing to take on that role. And playing with Atkins, playing for Atkins, just his style, the different techniques he has taught us, and the things that he wants, like it's been going real well, like just playing for him.
We'll go to the third row to your right.
Tyler Shaw with KBTX in College Station. What makes playing against Texas A&M so difficult?
I would say that they have a good atmosphere, a crazy atmosphere. Every year, what stands out to me is they're very big up front. So that's one thing ever since my freshman year I realized, and yeah.
Okay, to your right, second row.
Jovaughn, Mike Yuba, Gamecock Central. As someone that has seen this program, especially not too long ago when you guys had 6 wins combined in 2 seasons, knowing that it took a lot to be able to get to where you guys were last season, how do you make sure, especially the younger players, how do you make sure that last season is in the past, and how do you make sure to build off it and leave this program in a better place after this year?
It's one of the things, like, you definitely remember the good from last year, and you definitely remember the bad. But like you said, it was last year. We're going on to a new season, so it's just one of them things, like, we still have things to do. Yeah, we did good last year, but can we do better? Yes, we can. But in order to do that, we have to kind of put last year to the side and focus on this year, and can't worry about what we did last year. Even with them teams that we played and we beat, we have to treat it as a new year.
We'll go back to your left on the fourth row.
Rick Henry, WIS-TV, Columbia. You mentioned Spencer being a leader off the field. What are some of the things that he does off the field to solidify the bonds between teammates?
It's just one of the things, like, if we're in the locker room, we'll talk about, like we have PRPs and stuff. We'll talk about, like, what we want to do, what's the best for the whole team, just making sure that, yeah, and like that's really like them aspects, and just talking to us like after practice, like during the spring, he'll talk to us, ask what do we need from him, and we'll do the same, ask what he needs from us, and so yeah.
We'll go to the front row and then right behind him. For the
Todd Summers, WSPA TV. How has the way Shane Beamer relates to you and your teammates and the players, how has that helped you guys on the field? Because he seems like he's as relatable a head coach as South Carolina's had in maybe ever.
I got you. It definitely helps out a lot, just because it gives you the ability to be yourself. So him allowing us to be ourselves, because he's himself around us. So that helps out a lot, because then you're more comfortable, you're more free when we're out there playing.
Go to the second row.
Michael Cobble, WBRZ out of Baton Rouge. I like the sunglasses and the soft tie look.
I appreciate it.
In that same vein, Coach dropped a nice video today on Twitter. Did you see that? And just your thoughts, kind of in similar, thought process of just being a normal guy that you all can relate to, but a fun guy as well. What were your thoughts about the video?
Oh, most definitely. They told us about that today. We went up there. I was holding the sunglasses, gave him the sunglasses, had DK pat him down, and then Zach gave him the hat. Then all the other teammates were in there. It's just one of them things, like, at the end of the day, we're human beings. Like, a lot of us are still, like, I'm 23, but at the end of the day, like, I like to have fun. We got younger players. Like, we're still kids at the end of the day. Like, we like to have fun, and he just relates to that. He allows us and gives us the opportunity to have fun and think outside the box with things. So, right before we came here, yeah.
We'll go to the third row.
Hey, kind of going off, the Shane Beamer theme. He's going into year 2. How much more comfortable and confident are you guys, with the year under his system, and just looking to next season?
We're way more confident just because we know what the coaches want from us, and then we know how things are from last year. It's kind of one of those things where we're trying to work out each other, like figure out each other. So just having a better understanding of each other going into the year 2 is going to help out a lot.
Right here in the front row.
It's sad, like I was saying earlier, most people don't know the offensive lineman except when they do something wrong. What's the most important thing you would want for people to know about you as a person?
Me as a person?
As a person and as a player.
Oh, me, I'll say as a player, I take everything, I'll say on the field, I take everything serious. Like being an offensive lineman, like you have to take your job serious, like very serious, because you get beat, you're not only hurting yourself, but you'll potentially like get your quarterback hurt, your running back hurt. That's how picks happen, fumbles happen. So like those things, like you gotta take real serious as an offensive lineman. Me as a person, ain't much to really tell. Like I am who I am. Like I take everything. I never try to take things for granted. That's one thing. I always try to make sure I'm grateful for everything I do, and that's with playing football and whatnot. Because I know how that can go, so just from experience, like getting hurt, not being able to play and things. So it's like one of them things like you can't take practice for granted. You can't take games for granted. Nothing for granted.
Final question here, front row.
For all that went right last year, do you feel like this offensive line needs to take a step forward for this offense to be more productive? I think you were 13th in the league last year in scoring.
Yeah, most definitely. Always, even if you're doing good, you can always take a step forward. If you're doing bad, always take a step forward. And that's kind of our motto, like take all the criticism from our coaches, good or bad, and just move forward and get better.
Jovaughn, thank you very much.
Appreciate y'all.